what's up, you guys? This is AJ coming to you once again from the Thwip side, and welcome to the second episode of Turtle Talk. And tonight it's going to be all about the TMNT Ultimates by Super 7. So I decided to feature these guys on this episode of Turtle Talk and share them with you here, as opposed to doing like a review of each one or a couple of them, because they have been out for a while. I've always thought these things look cool in pictures and stuff, but if you're going to collect turtles, at least for me, I need to have all four. I figured I was too late in the game, and these came out, the first four waves had one each of these turtles, so I figured I was so late in the game that the earlier turtles would be too much money for me willing to spend on the aftermarket. And then I came across bundle sale on Entertainment Earth where they had a bundle with Raph and Leo, Shredder and Mutagen Man for a really good price. So I said, and then I looked to see if I could pick up Donnie and Mikey elsewhere, and I could. So here I am. So this is going to be like more of an overview, my thoughts on the line in general and these figures, as opposed to like a review. Now, because this is more of an overview than a review, I'm not going to do packaging or anything. I still have the packaging for these guys because it's absolutely fantastic. As you guys might know that have been here, followed me for a while, I am an out-of-box collector, but the packaging for these Ultimates TMNT figures are awesome. I just really love them. So I didn't rip them apart, and I actually have them saved and stored. The packages come in like a cover box, a shipping box type thing, and then underneath you get the package itself with a nice slip cover, and then the package, with the figure in it itself. And they were just too nice looking for me to throw away, so I am saving the boxes on these guys. And also, I won't go over all the accessories. I'm going to put all that up on screen so you can get a picture of what they come with. But they all come with basic rundown. They all have alternate heads that look like the original Playmates figures, which are cool, but I just prefer, once I saw these heads and popped them on, I thought this is what I wanted to display the figures with. They come with the weapons here, but they also come in nicely painted and detailed, but they also come with those same weapons, as you'll see on the pictures I put up of the old school style weapons racks like Playmates used to give us. And they come with extra hands and little touches of different accessories like pizza and things like that. So a lot of accessories with these guys, which I think is awesome. So now, taking a closer look at each turtle, I'll start with my personal favorite turtle, Raph. And I think he looks fantastic. They all look fantastic, and like I said, I just love these alternate heads as opposed to the Playmates version. Each one has some cool character, really nice character to it. And the paints on these guys are awesome. If you look up closer to the, undershell, I guess, it's got this nice texture, and I love that color. You see a little scar mark or something. He does have his nice size. They're painted really nice. And I've kept the weapons racks intact. I didn't cut them apart. I kept them on their sprues. And then you have his belt with his R, storage for his size. And that's all nice and textured. And there appears to be slight shade work on the body. So yeah, just really cool. I do have this accessory. This is on the sprue too, I believe, but it also a separate painted piece, so I stuck it in the bag, so it was just not an empty storage. I wanted to say holster. Nice silver on the buckles. There's a look at his shell. And they also painted each turtle the shade of color the original Playmates were, because if you didn't know, this line is an homage to those original Playmates figures, but updated. So yeah, I think Raph looks fantastic, as does Mikey. And again, Love that head sculpt. He seems to be like smiling mischievously a little bit. And these are real chain on the chucks. I can't remember now because all the accessories, as I said, are stored away in the packaging I'm saving. But I think he also comes with a pair of plastic chucks besides the ones on the sprues. I could be wrong, but I think he does. Closer look at Mikey. And again, there's his chuck storage. I love the work on it. Oh, he's got some slashes on the back of his shell. I don't really, yeah, they are different, I think. Let me see. Never really paid, yeah. Oh no, it's just Mikey stood out to me more than Raph's because his shell is darker. Maybe they're more prominent. But yeah, I love the shells on these guys too. I just think they're really nice. Next we have Leo. And again, you see all the differences in the greens they use. This is kind of like a olivey. Leo's like more of an olive green, I would say. But again, that's a callback to the original Playmates. And again, love the head sculpt. Do I got a paint scuff there? I hope not. Maybe a little bit right there. It drives me nuts. And I love the paint on his swords. You just look all up and down. So really cool. He does have the slashes, sword storage. His bandana. The bandanas are flexible, but they're not articulated or anything. Put him here. And lastly, we have Donnie. Again, he's got that brownish green color. And once again, love the head sculpt. I know I keep saying it. So pretty much, besides the different colors of each turtle, the sculpts on them, I believe, are the same, which that happens a lot with the turtles, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I believe they are. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention too is the paint. They even painted the fingernails and the toenails, so there is a lot of nice paint work on these guys. And again, you have the storage for the bow staff, and really cool. And while I have Donnie out, I'll just run over some articulation with Donnie because they're all going to be pretty much the same. They are the same. Not pretty much. But before I get into it real quick with articulation, I will say I do read some gripes where people complain about the articulation on the Ultimates line, Super 7 in general, but these are the way I look at them is these are updated versions of the original Playmates line, so that have more articulation. They're an homage to that line. But with that being said, they wanted to add articulation. And don't believe online people as much. They aren't horrendous in the articulation department, not as bad as that you would think people would have you think. Oh, real quick, his bow staff and my lights. Look at the wood texture on that. I just noticed that. But they have decent articulation. We'll go through that right now. So you get some nice tilt, some swivel, you look up. The only thing is you don't get a lot of down. And then his arm goes out that far. You get the bicep swivel. And it's on most of these, the joints I find are very smooth. The one thing I do wish they'd work on a little bit is giving you a little more elbow. It only goes up to here. And I think it's because of the pad. Like, that's not a big gripe to me. I mean, that's not like a deal breaker, but I wish it would go up a little bit more at least. And then you got hinges. This guy swivels. Is it up and down or side to side? I can't even tell. It's a little tight. This one's an up and down. And then nothing at the torso, obviously, because he's got the shell. But you do, at the legs, as you can see down in this assembly, you do get some twist at the waist. Not a lot, because of course the shell is crashing. But I think it's cool they added that, and also a little rock back and forth, some tilt. So that was pretty cool. And I think it's awesome that you can barely see the thigh cut for the thigh swivel in that position. And then his legs, I love that. They go out way far, all the way. And then besides the thigh, you get... See, this is why I chose Donnie, because I am going to pick up another one, because I have a small QC issue. This was really stuck, and I didn't realize how stuck it was out of the box. And I don't know, I think this was stuck to this, and they chewed it up a little. But you do get rotation there, too, at the knee. And the knee will bend. It doesn't quite make 90. I think it'd get more if this pad wasn't in the way. So yeah, I wish we could at least get 90 out of that. Again, not a deal breaker. Ankle goes that far forward, that far back. It's an incredible super rocker. So yeah, they are articulated nicely, I think. The only thing, my only little gripes would be, I wish they don't even have to go all the way back. His knees and elbows are all the way up to his bicep for the elbow. For me to be happy. Super happy. I would just like a little bit more. And I know, and with this line also, the different characters definitely have different articulation schemes, because the line is wacky, just like the characters in the Turtles, so not all of them articulate the same, of course. The human type characters do lack some crunching and things. Shredder, he doesn't have a lot of crunch, but to me, what this line represents, that doesn't bother me as much. They look really nice, and they move enough for me to be happy with what this line is supposed to represent. So bottom line for me is that I am absolutely hooked on this line. I was hooked as soon as I saw the nice presentation of the box with the slip cover and everything, and I slid the slip cover off the first one, which was Raphael, that I chose to check out first, and saw the figure inside. I was hooked then, and then as I opened them all up, it just got, my excitement got more and more. I absolutely love these figures. Yes, they're not super ultra articulated, but to me, for my needs, for what this line represents, they do plenty. The other characters that I picked up, oh, I got Baxter Stockman as well, forgot, are awesome. Again, not super articulated, ultra articulated, but they do the job, and they give you that nice nostalgia vibe if you had those figures when you were younger or just saw them in passing. Definitely give you a nice nostalgia vibe. The alternate heads, though, for me, knock it out of the park, because I love my nostalgia, but these look fantastic like this with these head sculpts, to me, in my opinion, and they're just awesome, to the point where, in a way, even though I was bummed when originally my Donnie had a QC issue, I'm crazy here and I don't do this either, but these things are so awesome, and because Donnie has a QC issue, I'm thinking I'm going to pick up another set of Turtles, and just the Turtles, not every figure in the line, and keep them in box. I can't believe I said that, but the presentation is just that good, and how they are just that awesome, in my opinion. That's how much I love these Turtles. And I know they're a little pricey, like I said. They go for around $50, but you don't have to pick every one up. If you want a nice set of Turtles, there you go. I mean, there are other options out there, but for me, it's worth the price. And of course, I was lucky enough to come across that Entertainment Earth bundle, so I got 2 of my Turtles and 2 other characters for a lot cheaper than $50 a piece. So with that being said, does any of you guys collect the line? And if you do, what do you feel about them? Do you think they're as awesome as I do? And just drop me a comment, tell me what you think about these turtles or anything else you want to talk about. I'm game to talk anything nerd with you guys. Once again, I appreciate all the support and all the subscribers, and I love just sharing this stuff with you guys. It's a fun way to share the things I love with people and hopefully get some communication going, because I love to talk about this stuff. I guess that'll about wrap it up. I never know how to wrap these things up, so I tend to ramble, but that's okay too. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys real soon back here on the Thwip side. Later.